Okay, guys. So, good morning, everyone. So, we'll continue from here where we stopped yesterday, right? So, yesterday, you all know how the web works. Whenever you hit some request, that will be like you're asking something to get something. That will be like you just enter some registration or bytesplash.in or www.facebook.com. What happened when you just hit and when till page loads, how it might happen. So you already know that. How your internet is also consumed, you already know that because of bytes and bits. Everything will convert into zeros. If you are downloading a file means that is having 5 KB of size, because of zeros and ones, it might be bytes, kilobytes, megabytes. So because of that, you are consuming your internet. Even the web page will have some characters which is having some ASCII values. This ASCII values is converted into some number. That number will be stored in the form of zeros and ones. You already know. I'll just show you the ASCII table also. One more time, so we'll continue. So this might be the ASCII table, if you remember right. So here, everything will have some value already know. For example, if I enter space, that will be 32. If I enter capital A, 65. If I enter small a, 97. So the whole website will have everything as a character that will be converted into zeros and ones. Once it is converted into zeros and ones, it will calculate the particular value. That particular value will have some length to store. That will be bytes, kilobytes, megabytes. So that is how your internet balance will also be less with your internet balance. However, whatever you consume. So that is how internet works. So now we will continue from. Okay. Fine. So the basics tags, formatting tags, and color coding. So I will just open some this web 6, right? This is fine. So we can open this, you know, using right click only basically. Yes. So I will say basic.html. So because we are focusing on basic tags. Okay, using this we can able to create the tag. So now basic tags will be like if you want to create paragraph, like you want to create some, I can just copy something which is my content, or I can do dummy data so that you can build the paragraph. So using paragraph tag, which is p tag, we can build the paragraph. For example, go to Wikipedia, everything will be paragraphs here. Wiki Prabhas. So just go to Prabhas Raj, Palapati Prabhas Raj, get into 100%. So now you see everything is a paragraph. Using p tag, they developed that. So using p tag only we can develop this. Right click and format document so that it will come into the that you no need to scroll right side most. So it will align proper. If I'm not doing that, see, I need to align this much. So that's very difficult for me while coding, right? Every time. Just right click and format. It will be in the same line. We don't need to scroll much. We'll just come down and manage the whole code. If you're scrolling right for long time, right? So you can't able to get into the next line. Again, you need to scroll left. So that will take much time, which will decrease your productivity. Productivity means how much time it will take to do some work, right? That will be taking more time. That is what productivity. So you're not, doing proper thing. So because time is valuable. So now let's see. I want this darling 2010 as to be bold, which is like this is formatting tag bold. I want this as an italic I tag, which is italic tag. These are all. So now I just open bold tag and ended with that. In between, you already know that is HTML content. This is italic. I want Villa Power 2009. So that will be like we need to put in superscript, sub tag. We need to put inside sub tag. Again, just remove this. Again, if I want to put perfect 2011 as the base, then I will do put in subscript, superscript and subscript. And again, similar to base, bold tag, we have strong tag, which will be like same as the bold tag, but we have two. We can use the anything. So now these will be like inline elements. Now if I write some paragraph again here, even inside also, if I write some paragraph, see here, I'll write some paragraph and I will end here. Just see the difference. I'll just comment this. Now see, this bold tags and this formatting tags are inline because wherever you write, it will be in the same line. But paragraph will be like it's a block element, it's a block level element, it will always starts with the new line. So now just refresh. Now go to extensions. Here it is file search, source control, debug and run extensions. So we will go with this to open the files, which we open the same folder, to change the files. Again, this one is for extensions. You can search extensions marketplace for HTML runner. HTML will also run. Instead of double click, you can directly go live here because I install live server. This live server we can install. Then you will get this go live. Okay. Directly, we don't need to go to file export every time. We don't need to double click or refresh the page. It will automatically taken care of and it will run on our home port number, which will be like home IP address for every system. Every system having home IP address, right? That IP address is nothing but 127.0.0.1. So that will be your home IP address. If you are running your application locally, that is your IP address and that is my IP address. But I'm not using it online. If I'm using it online, it will be applicable for only one user. If you are connected to internet, 127.0.0.1 is reserved for everyone. For your laptop, it's your port number. It's a home. For my laptop, it's my port number. But for mobile devices and all, you have unique port number because that is connected with internet, because that will serve request and response for the unique devices. That is why. So now which one I am doing? Basic dot HTML. See, it's went to second line because paragraph will always starts with the new line and exit with new line. So that is why it's a block level element, right? So, and these are the inline elements. You already see these are the inline elements. All formatting tags are the inline element. Paragraph is the block level element. Again, I don't want to do all these things. I want to select the particular portion of the paragraph or some code because check here. I'm selecting particular portion of this and changing that to here to task and making border background color and making border radius so that that will come curvy shape. So I'm doing this. How I am doing that? Using CSS I did, but we are just selecting using span tag. This span tag, we can select some of the part of the code that will also inline element. That span will not do anything, but it will select that. So that we can apply something for that. That will be background color red. Let's check here. It's applied, right? And we can apply green and make it bolder. You already know how we just make completer, right? The same way we can apply styles. This is CSS. This you no need to learn now. That will be upcoming. But I just want to show you in the same line. I want to select something and need to get it. The same way I can apply green and make border radius 6 pixel, padding 1 rem. Let it be, don't understand, but I just want to show you the same. Okay, completed. So font weight bolder, color white. Now let's check. It's completed, right? I just did the same, but here also we did the same in the inline. So using the span tag, we can select the part of the element so that we can use that as an link tag So whatever it may be as a part of the content, we can select it and we can modify that whatever we want. That will be button or something, we can do that. So that is inline tag. And this is what block level. Finally, we have heading tags. We have headings from H1 to H6. If we just enter it, H, then we have H6. H6 is the last. Almost we use still H4 only because H5 and H6 is lesser than the font size of paragraph. You can see that. H3, H4, H5, and H6. You might need to end up with the same tag because you're using H3, right? And H4 respectively, H5 respectively. This is H1 means heading. Heading 2. So this is heading 3. This is heading 4. Heading 5. Heading 6. So now just refresh the page and just see that. Just have a look at. Now see, almost it is fine. But no use of these two because it's almost lesser than this paragraph. The basic font size for any HTML document is 15 pixel. Pixel is the 1 by 96th of the inch actually. It's nothing but small. It's very small. So just check the font size of this paragraph. So just once you inspect you already know Control F12 or right click on inspect. Once you inspect it, here we have selector. This is the selector. You just put on whatever you want to select. Just click on that. Now see here, you see font 16 pixel times New Roman. So basic font will be times New Roman for all the documents and all. By default, computer will take it because that we can easily understand that particular letters as per the basic knowledge. If you want to change that to different font also, we can change it. But that is the basic font size for any website or for any web application. And what is the basic font size of the Word documents? It might be 11 pixel, right? So for our resume formats only, we'll put 11 pixel, side headings 12, 14, and main heading 16, which might be H1. So that is how we'll follow. You might already know that. So this is the basic size of the HTML page. And this is the basic tags. When you just download this material, you have this, you just practice. Finally, we have HTML color coding. From childhood onwards, we know basically some 12 colors because we buy crayons or something. Some 12 colors, including uh, yellow and white mixed, what we call that. So, but in real world, every color will be mixed up with another color, then it might create the new color. So now in HTML or any other programming languages, we will decide the colors in this way. I will tell you. Just open this HTML color codes. It's not only HTML color codes. Whatever the color, if you want to check, you can check. So now, for example, I don't want pure red. If I want pure red, the colors will be combination of RGB. If everything is 255, means byte value is the highest value, then we'll get black. Means everything we observe. If everything is zero, then it will become white because no color is there. It's plain. So now if I put red 255, again green I will put 0, RGB, P I will put 0. Now it is pure red which is 255. And since we have this color combination, it is having equivalent hexadecimal value using hash. So we can also use this. Again, if we are changing this color, right? And again, if you are changing this, then red, green, blue value might change because I'm just selecting the different colors because that is the combination of 2, 3 colors. Now we have this hexadecimal value, which is almost my shirt color, right? If you want to use this, I need to use this using hash value. Just use the same which we used for the particular span tag we just applied right here. We need to use hash value because now you just seen green color petal. If you're not getting color petal in HTML, that might be wrong syntax. Now just put hash. You'll get color petal. If you're getting color petal means you're doing right. See, we got this. Now, if I want to have again decent color, white splash color, so that will be 0071BD. That is byte color, which is our logo color. If I want to do that, I can delete. So again, I can do this RGB also. RGB also I can do. So instead of this, I can put RGB. You see here, RGB. A means opacity, is transparency level. I will tell you. So red, blue, green. I can directly give it, or I can give the value 130, because if you change these colors, right, this might change 129, green 0, because almost it is not there near green. Now green is 139, blue is 0. Again, when come to blue, red becomes 0, right? 0, 77, 189. Just put the same. 0, 77, 189. It will get the color pattern. So now, see here, look here. So every website will have these color combinations. We need to create our own colors by just dragging and drop. I will just show you also. And here, if we put RGBA, I need to give the other opacity, which is 0.5. And how it will be visible? It is visible only half. If I decrease this, opacity might increase. So it will be visible only less. See, it's visible only. It's like transparency become increasing. So just hover on this. If you just increase this, opacity might change. Even though if you enter like this, even though if you enter like this, if you select RGB like opacity here, this it will become RGB automatically. So this is color combination you want to do. So in the whole HTML, this is what the skill basically, nothing more than that. In whole web development process. Now I want, because I don't know what is the decent color, because I can't create where I can go, where I can create this. So basic color petal websites we have. For example, Canva color petals. We have basic color petals. So that we can just go through that. HTML color. Here, this one, right? I think. I think in Canva also we have that. I just saw in Canva. Just see this Canva. Color palettes, I think. Just check here. This is color palette. See, it's very beautiful. Color palettes, Canva color palettes. So if you want to search some color for your company, for your logo, you need to research a lot for different color, which is decent color. It will be not direct pink, direct red, will reflect it. So you can't, it will not absorb attention. If I directly say it's red, for example, you might see this, right? If I directly say it's red, right? Then it's might very odd, basically. It's not at all good. So I just decrease the intensity or increase the intensity. So it will become like this color. It might be somewhat good, right? So this is what decent color we need to select. So we can research a more for the color combinations, and we can take the wise decision. If you just hover on this, you'll get this color, right? So that you will get all this hexa value directly. You can use it. So this is how we need to research the color codes for any website or for any applications or anything. So this is what all about this module. We'll go to div1 span. What is difference between div1 span? Anyone remember? A div. So basically, now you know paragraph and span. Paragraph is a block level element which will write some code so that we can display in the form of like these lines. So that every paragraph will start with a new line and exit with a new line. Now I want to divide the page into different parts using div tag. We want to divide. So now this is the header, right? Which we have some navigation links so that I can navigate to dashboard, to external to register to course, again back to explore, again back to contact us. So now again here, this is the another panel, this is the another panel. So everything I got segregated, right? So that I can have something differently. For that, I want to use div tag. I can write division and I can give some class name for this. Class equal to header. Again, I can divide something into class name equal to course container. So this is header. This is course container. This is sidebar, right? Again, I can give another division for sidebar. I can use just say. So using this, we can apply styles for that to make it align right, to make it align middle, to make it align top. Using CSS, we can do it. But using CSS, how we can do it? Using class name or ID name. Class name or ID. So we can divide the pages into different parts. So if you write something right here, just write something randomly and just do format document. Now just check whether it is inline or it's always starts with new line. So basically, what is the difference between paragraph and div? Div just divides and just starts with a new line, but paragraph will starts with a new empty line also. It will ends with start empty line and ends with new line. That is what paragraph nature. Because we want to divide the separate the content with a new line. So that is why it is getting empty space also. But division will just divide that. It will just divide that and it will just get into the next line itself. And what is the span? Span is an inline element. So every HTML tag will call as element finally because you already know why you are calling that, because it is having some content, it is having some attributes, and it is having opening tag and closing tag. Finally, we'll call as an HTML element. You already know that in yesterday's class we just discussed. So now using span, we can select the part of the code. So that's an inline element. Div is a block level element, which will divide the page into different parts. And what is difference between div and paragraph? Paragraph and div will do the same. It will divide and get to the next line. But the thing is, paragraph will get empty space line between before and after. But div will not get, right. You already know. Just see here. Div we can't get it, but paragraph will get it. So that is the difference between div, paragraph, and span. So this is the direct important interview question for fresher. Okay. So that is why I just put in separate module. So now let's go to some Amazon. So just go to Amazon cart. Just over here. So we have, I'm just listing the items like your account, your orders. Here, this is anchor tag. Whenever you click on it, it will open some other web page so that we can access it. That is anchor tag. That will come into the next chapter. But before that, I'm listing the items. That item with the links items. Or I can list the available items like fridge, decorator, etc. or categories. If you want some bullet points, it will be unordered list. If I don't want any bullet points, that is definition list. If you want Roman number or number, that will be order list. So I will just implement the same. Just create something. List.html. Create one more tab. So we have order list OL. Inside the order list, we need to enter the list item. Every list item as, for example, like this. Your order, your account, your orders, sign up, login. So we have this. If I put order list, by default, it will take 1, 2, 3. Now finally, we have unordered list. If I put UL, by default, it will take bullet points. If I put definition type, definition list. This list.html, right? I think DD. Just check this DD. Yes. So basically, see here, if you are going with an order list, we'll get row like 1, 2, 3, etc. That order also you can change the type of the order. What is the type of it? Using type attribute, we have this 1, 2, 3, capital A, capitals, Roman number capital, and small Roman number. We'll get like this. Again, unordered list also you can mention the type, but it is not show, it will not show intelligence for the unordered list. It will not show intelligence here. There it show intelligence for which type it is, right? So that is the difference. Here you can put square, circle, etc. So I will just put circle, which will be hollow circle. By default, it is solid circle. It's hollow circle because it's having empty space. By default, it is hollow circle, like solid circle, which is filled up. We can change that. Even we can put square also. So this definition list, we don't have anything. Definition or description list, we don't have anything. So if you don't want any bullet point, we'll go with this. Now, actually, I use it in LMS only. So I used an order list here. For every topic, I just use an order list. See, everything I use it an order list. If we want to use it an order list, we can use it. Here it is paragraph basically. Here it is H3, some side heading. Here it is H1, definitely H1, head 1. This might be H2. This might be H2 or H3. So basically, right? And this might be H4 because it is equivalent to paragraph almost. That might be H4. By just seeing that, we can able to easily understand. So now this is what? Now HTML images. Now if you want to upload the image, so using img tag, we have img tag. So it's self-closing tag. It's not an HTML element basically. It's self-closing tag, which is an img. So now we have src, source attribute, so that we can list the file path or something. For example, I have the image in the same folder. I can directly give that sample.jpg if I have it. Sample.js in JavaScript. Anyway, it can't able to fetch it. I will just show you the same example and show you the different example also. So now just go to the classes and copy the video template, which you already know. So go to this and I think web6, right? Classes, web6. Just paste the same in the same folder. So now you have this .jpg file. So JPG means you'll get .jpg only. PNG means you'll get PNG. Now I'll just put .jpg. Immediately you'll get intelligence. Because of Visual Studio Code is an integrated development environment, Notepad can't provide everything. So that is why we are using this, right? To make easier for us, development speed might increase. I will select this. So how we can get it? Currently we have this control space bar. If you just do that same in the key, then you'll get intelligence. Now whatever you enter, if that match the string, I mean that file name matches that string, whether it is having containing at any part of the string, front, back or middle, it will give the same. Now we got this. Now it will not open. I will tell you why. So it will get, okay. Now finally, if it is failed to load this image, so now we have alt tag, alt not loaded. Please write correct syntax. Okay, you got it. So now let's see. Okay, fine. So now it's loaded. If it is not loaded, you'll get it. So now see, just observe this. I will just copy this into this parent folder. Remember it. I'll just show you what will happen. I will remove this from here and go to classes. Here we already have it. So now what I will do here, I will navigate to its parent folder using dot dot slash. It will go to back. Now we are in its parent. Here we have this again, right? Its parent means its classes folder. So now let's see whether it will load or not. Yeah, again, it's still loading. Okay, what I will do? Okay, let it be. I will go to back, go to back, go to back. So downloads. Downloads, I will put this copy.jpg. Now it's not loaded. Why? Because I will tell you. Just right click and inspect it. It will say it's an error. I just want to show you the error case also because you need to understand how errors will get. So now server responded with 404. This is not found, right? This is not found. See, it's saying HTTP 127.0.0.1.5501 port number slash downloads it is taking, because this slash download is not able to find because Now check, definitely. This video property check, what is the path of it? This video path will be like, what is the path? C user desktop classes, or it will be like C users desktop download slash folder, or like file name. But still, here what it is searching, it is searching for port number slash downloads. It can't match, right? Since we are running on some IP address, our system is not using the same IP address. If this one, if this one is running on some port number, this path might be different. This file might be in server which is running on port number. Our file is in local disk C. Now let's take the same example. Go to registration.bytesplash.in. So this is server, right? Which is having this domain name. If I just inspect it and just hover on it, this image. So now let's open this image. It is there in asset slash png angular.png. You already know that. So now let's see. It is there in registration by assets png. If I want to use it, it is there in this particular folder or server. Now I already told you registration.bytesplash.is is the domain which is having some IP address. Like same we have now today here. Like same how we have now. Since it is searching for that particular IP address slash location and the local, it can't able to find it. Now, while you are running this in local, just remember, if you are running on live server, it can't able to identify your system path. Exactly, right? That is happen. Now you can open from local, then definitely it can able to load. So I'll just double click it. If you just double click it, it will open from slash user desktop, right? That is why it is matching the same path. You got it right. So that is why you're getting in the image. Why you are not getting image previously? Because of the path issue, right? I'll just close and give the same image. That might be a person's image for ID card. Okay. Video template.jpg. So now the current file which is in the same folder will not following the path. That is why it's directly low. If it is having some path, then it can't able to fetch from the system or the IP address. If it is those are different. Now tell me, I'm going back dot slash and dot jpg. I'm accessing this. This is the relative path with respect to the current folder. Means relative means current folder. We are here. Now this video template.jpg is in parent folder. Means current folder it is having relation to the parent. Means that's why we are going back dot slash one time means it is going to the parent folder. You know this file is where? Just reveal in File Explorer. You will get the File Explorer. Here we have. If you just go back one step, here we have this, right? That is why we are using dot slash. Again, this will call as relative path with the current file where it is placed. Based on that, we will give the path, right? Now, if it is in downloads, how we can do? We need to go to downloads back, right? Definitely, you know that. So just check that download slash dot slash. We have downloads here. In downloads, we have .jpg, id del.jpg. So I open it here. See, my ID card is open. So now the thing is, this is also relative path. Again, if you want to give absolute path means it will starts from system, local disk C, whatever the disk it is. Show more options, show properties. See, we can give like this. From here, we can give it for every file. We can give this as absolute path. But while you're copying, you'll get the backward slash, but replace with that with forward slash. Okay. That also you can do Control F, backward slash. We have the replace option with forward slash. Just enter, enter, enter. That will be replaced. This is also one of the feature. So now after class, so I want to, but if you are doing this absolute path means definitely it will not show the intelligence. If you are using relative path, it will show the intelligence. Keep remember it. Okay. I'm just telling that so that now just copy the file name. Just put .jpg. Now it will load finally. So this is what a relative path. See, it's changed, right? This is related. Sorry, this is absolute path. Absolutely from starting to ending, you need to do from the local disk C or the server. So this is the absolute path, and that is the relative path with respect to the current code. So this is how we need to do this. Finally, I want to map this image. For example, if I click on logo, it should open something like our home website. If I just click on training and placement center, it should open LMS website. If I click on this, it should open faculty website like registration portal. If I want to map with respect to the coordinates, x-axis, y-axis, and it's with, for example, x-axis here is 0, y-axis here 0 to some 70 pixel. Again, width is 100 pixel by 100 pixel. If I want to give this coordinates and all, whenever I click in this part, some link will might open. I want to share that example because that anyway you will not in use in the industry, but you just need to understand that. I'll just show you some image map example. We will be having some examples there. For example, this is the thing. We can generate it also. I will tell you how to generate it because see, if you're trying to, you don't have scale, right? You can't able to, evaluate it. You need to create it randomly using some tools. So now let's see how they created. For example, I'm just running it. So now it's a rectangle. Shape is rectangle. This is the shape. Now coordinates is 34. It might be from here to here, it's 34. From here, sorry, here to here is 34 because it's x-axis. Second coordinate will be y-axis. Here to here, it is 44. 270 is the width. 350 is the height of this laptop. In this area, if I click, it should open computer.html, which is some HTML file or some lms.bytesplash.in. Let it be, okay? href means hypertext reference, which is the link to open another website. I will just open lms.in. Again, whenever we click here on phone, we should open https bytesplash.in. Whenever I just click upon coffee, let it be, I will just open https facebook.com. Anyway, they are opening coffee and mobile phone whenever they click on it. I'll just rerun again. So whenever I click on it, it should open LMS. LMS, it will log in. Again, whenever I click on mobile phone, it will open the plain Bytesplash website in mobile mode, right? Again, whenever I click on this coffee cup, it will open Facebook because it's refused to connect because you are using Facebook website in another company portal, which is W3 Schools. It might not allow you. But anyway, since we are a small company, it's nothing but hackers will not focus on our company. So that's why I'm not allowing it as of now. How to generate it? These coordinates you cannot create, right? You cannot scale, you cannot measure. So that you need to create randomly. So that HTML image map generator we have, right? So just upload some image. Okay. For example, go to downloads or even go to this one and classes. Web 6. We have this video template, right? We will upload the same. So now first I will select the rectangle. Here, rectangle, area rectangle, link, https lms dot bytesplash.in, title, lms, target, blank only. Add new area, again one more rectangle. Link https, so bytesplash.in. Just put two rectangles, home, so blank, show me the code. So it will generate this code, right? So it will generate this code, and this code you can use here. Using map tag, you can create the areas and this will create this. Finally, these coordinates you need to enter. First one, it's already entered. Second one, you can create accordingly after that. So now see, this is this is map is use map attribute using this name. Map is having some name, right? That name we need to mention in the use map using hash so that this might be matched. So now if you are using this video template, now just check about it. We have this, right? This is the same. Okay, we'll just, so what is the coordinate here? So now we'll just put x-axis at 50, y-axis as 50, width, just give 300 pixel, height 200 pixel. In this range, if you click, you might get the cursor pointer. You might understand by just looking at it. You are getting this, right? It is showing LMS. It will open that. You got it, right? So that is how we need to map the coordinates. These coordinates, since I already know what is the size of the image, I can assume and create it. X-axis, this is the length, because it is having some void space. If you just open it, it is having some void space here. This might be covered, right? For this, I can give x-axis, y-axis, you know, as a pixel, I can give the length of it so that I can match. So using this, we can generate the code and we can match it. So this is our out of imagination. We need to think about the x-axis and y-axis, but after generating the code and we need to give it. It might take much time, but you might get to do this chance in only once in a lifetime. You might not get this work every day. But so this is the somewhat toughest work while creating x-axis, y-axis, width and height. You remember, right? So that is what image map. This nobody will tell you as a fresher, but I just want to tell you because I use it for Byte Splash. Here we have, right? I use it for Byte Splash. So that I just want to tell you is the key in opposite. See, I'm just on I'm courses tab. Whenever I click on it, it will go to home tab. I'm just using that map actually. So if when you click on images, even if you are using uh, Amazon Prime or Amazon e-commerce app in your mobile phone, if you just go open to some other orders tab, again you click on Amazon icon. Let's see, it will navigate to home. So this is what image map real time, wherever it is. Huh? So what is difference between div and span, Satvika? Span will be the inline element. So in the same line, I just separated the content and I applied anchor tag. So in the same line, if you want to select some content, so that will be an inline element, which is span. It will divide the page into different parts. Paragraph will always starts with new line and ends with new line. That's how we can explain. That will be an interview question basically. It just seems sleepy. That's why I just want to alert. Door clear kada. So we'll just continue on the next thing, which is, so what is the difference between div and span? Krishna Vedi. పర్లేదు. Just speak up. స్వాతి అందించు. నువ్వు చెప్పు స్వాతి. Like division will divide the page into different blocks, but starts with the next line, like breaking the current line. And the paragraph will always give the empty space between uh, before and after of the content. So, so that is what. So now we'll just continue with the anchor tag. We are here. So now we will go here. So now let's see. Whenever I click on this link, it is opening the new window with some link which will so which we open with some link because of that link, right? So it's heavy motivation sometimes, right? So so now this is with the help of anchor tag. Yeah, that is also href because we are referring one of the HTML document basically. Everything is a document in the HTML window, right? So now HTML, I just want to href the same URL, for example. So this also you can steal from any website. Just right click and inspect. Everything you can steal in the any website. I will just tell you how you can steal images. You already know how to steal images. That URL you will get directly. You can copy as image. So for example, this is the anchor tag, right? So what I do, just hover on this. Just hover on this. This is anchor tag, right? So you'll get this. Check the recorded video. Edit as HTML. I think URL might be not showing up because of security reasons. Okay, let's open it and copy that. I hope the same person will not come. Okay. Okay, I'll just copy that and just put in here. H. So you just copy it. So for every anchor tag, it should use HTTPS. This is the hypertext transmission protocol, which is in network layer in the computer networks that will be responsible for communication via network. And that will transport signal using transport layer, which is having TLS, SSL certificates, TLS, security layer. It's nothing but transport layer security something. So these layers will make transport. So now we need to end up. So it's not a self-closing tag. If you end it, it will put a red mark. So it should be, it is an HTML element. Click here for recording. We need to give the same. It will automatically end. So whenever, so now we'll get this anchor tag. We are where we are basically. Click here for recording. Anchor tag will get cursor as the pointer, hand pointer, that will get the underline, and that color might be violet, like some kind of by default. If you want to change that, we need to apply CSS. I can apply. So what I applied here, I applied CSS, right? I just applied CSS and I made text decoration underline to none. And I made text color to white color. That's it. Cursor pointer is the same. This is what I changed using CSS. If you want to change the behavior and appearance and its presentation, that will call as CSS. It will be in the next lectures anyway, but I just want to tell you same. So now this we will call as URL, be uniform resource locator. How it will locate the resource based on the domain name and its link. The same document will be located by just hitting that particular hypertext reference, which will be href using HTTPS. If you don't give HTTPS, sometimes it might confuse. Just I will show you, okay? It is opening in the same website. It is asking the same website whether I have the particular file in the same website or not. You're not giving HTTP protocol. You got it right. This www YouTube, it is searching on the same path. We should avoid that and put some HTTPS because every website is a secured website. If it is not secure, definitely we should ignore it. If it is non-secure means that might be a threat operation for us. Even they steal our information or that might be a hacking prone. Nothing but they just put a throne like a stone on you so that whether you can fall in that particular well or not. That's why they're treating that. So that we need to be careful for whether Modi and Ambani is providing free laptops. So we need to be careful. So definitely that's important, guys. Otherwise, if they're providing and your information is provided, it might ask for your Google login. For example, first time you enter, right? That will go to the hacker. Second time, it will actually redirect to Google login page. You might think, okay, due to some network issue, again, I need to enter. First time already went. Second time you are doing. So that is the important thing. Because that Google login is actually same as what they created, the actual login page. There might be something which you can't, it's a minor change. Only keenly if you understand, keenly if you observe, then only you can understand. But since you are getting free laptop, you are in hurry mode, you will enter something. You may get it or not, but you just make it an attempt, right? But if it is not HTTPS, don't do any attempts. So that's it. So this is what URL. Finally, you see, we just encoded something. What if I put watch v equal to some 123 video of my channel? If I am having 124 videos, I will select directly by using 123, right? So that might be security breach. So you can directly see the ID of that and everything. For that, we can encode the URL. It is having some unique identification code, which is bytecode, which is in the form of bytes, right? So that will call as URL encryption. Even if you go to courses, it is having some ID. I cannot put 1, 2, 3, 4, and 7 and 8 courses. Course number 1 Angular, course number 2 React or something. No, it's not possible. But if you put that, that will be direct. We cannot use that. That is why we need to encode URL. We have encoding and decoding in computer network, like information security. So which will convert the plain text to ciphertext. And again, we can return back the ciphertext to plain text using SHA-256 or SHA-512 or MD5 algorithms. You remember, right? 256 means 250 characters code for at least one character. So again, it will make that 512 characters. It is very hard to crack. Even though if you do permutations combination for at least one day, you can't crack it. But every 30 minutes, our internet password might change. We have that much security nowadays. So for example, Instagram, WhatsApp, have you enabled two-factor authentication? We have Google Authenticator, right? We can enable that because if hacker is trying to get the password with that particular 8 digits or 10 digits, within 30 seconds, he can't able to create that. Again, in the 30 seconds, you have the same code, 6-digit code, right? They can't get that 6-digit code cracked within 30 seconds. So that is the main reason. If they can apply permutations and combinations from 0 to 9 or something, you will get that number after some 40 seconds or 1 minute. It will directly apply and that will match. But within that 30 seconds, they can't do that. That is why this security code will be there, which is connected via satellite communication kind of for many of the banks where we can see in cinemas, right? The same authenticator device will be there in real time also for our jobs, for the bank projects. So we'll have this authenticate divide. Like you see this, right? Nanak Premati. So they having that particular 6-digit code, which is changing every 30 seconds, right? The same kind of devices we will also get for security reason because that should not be hacked for our banking projects. I also got it initially whenever I was in MNC company because they're having banking, which is JP Morgan Chase and Co. So some of the banks will use this security. That is why encryption and decryption is very important in our life, in communication, especially in cyberspace, which is an internet space. So that is URL encoding. That is why reasoning, encoding, and decoding is also there. We need to just understand how it is. How encoding, decoding happen. For example, if I enter Sagar, so if I add 4 ASCII value to yes, what might happen? Yes, T, U, V. V might come. Again, then for the next character A, I can increase to 5. Again, for the next character C, I can increase to 6. After all, I only know the logic, increasing 1. Again, the same key I can give the receiver. Receiver can apply the same key to decrypt that back. So that is what encryption and decryption. Encryption means you are encrypting that into another format using some logic. Again, you are decrypting that using the same logic because you and both will know. Because that is what end-to-end encryption among ourselves. You got it right? That is what end-to-end encryption. Nobody in the middle can read the plain message. You got it right? That is what end-to-end encryption. That is why reasoning, encoding, and decoding you might need to understand simple way. So this is what reasoning, encoding, and decoding. And direction sense why we need to understand because in our life, directions is very important. Without compass, you just need to understand by sun, at least, right? So and using these directions also, you can learn Vastu, Isanyam, Nairuti, Agnayam. In Agnayam, we need to build kitchen, not more than anything, only kitchen, because it should fire in Agnayam. So we need to understand the directions, which is like northeast kind of. So that is where direction sense we learn. Otherwise, what is the use of it? When if you are not applying that, what is the use of that? Whatever you learn that you need to apply wherever it is required. Because we will be getting as an individual contributor of our life after 25 or 26, right? We need to tell to our children. So that is why whatever you learn, you should apply in your life. Now in HTML, if I say geography will also comes, I will tell you where it comes. So now this is what about. So now we have title, link, script, style. So we have these 4 tags which we need to write in HTML head only because this title will be the document title. For example, if you saw here, it is Byte Splash Marthalli registration portal. So that will be the title. If I just put the same. Registration portal. Now I want to give logo for this. For example, here we have logo, right? This logo I didn't put till now, right? Till now I didn't put. I just changed the title. That's it. In order to put that particular logo, we have link relation equal to icon, type equal to image slash X icon. I need to give that particular source. href, href, I think we have dot jpg. We don't have logo. That's okay. Or we don't have logo. We have this, right? Just check this. Let's see whether it is applied or not. Okay, we are not running. Just run it. List.html. See, now this is applied, right? This is title and that is logo. We can apply our logo using link. Again, using link, we cannot only apply logo, but we can link the CSS files. For example, link relation equal to style sheet, which is CSS file. href equal to hypertext document reference. href equal to, we have CSS file sample, we can apply. Again, we can link relation equal to script or JS. Type equal to, again, script or means it's JavaScript or script. href equal to, we have JS file here, we can apply it. That will be linked, right? And again, we have script tag. I will show you these examples for Amazon website, which you see. I can write inside JavaScript. This is this is script, right? Create a variable where a equal to Sagar and just print it. I can just make alert of a. So you can able to see why JavaScript is running. Again, I need to do CSS using style tag. So now I can apply for OL as background color red. You can able to see OL I'm tag selecting. I can apply background color red. Okay, this one. So let's see now. Sagar, because JavaScript is executed in script tag, we can directly execute it. Background color. So we can apply style tag using styles, script to JavaScript. Again, directly in script tag also we can attach JavaScript file. Script SRC. This since it's script, right? It is having source. Linking the hypertext document, which is href. That is the difference. And SRC will also applicable for the audio, video, and image tags. That is SRC. Linking the documents, everything will be href here. So that is the difference. Please remember it. Otherwise, you will get errors. You might confuse. Again, I will link the same. Script directly I can do like this. Script XR equal to. These two ways I can write JavaScript. These three ways. One, two linking, and three also linking, right? So these three ways. So that is what all about. These tags. Now just to open any website, just go to YouTube. Just select the whole web HTML page, okay? Or go to elements, you can easily understand. Expand body, so close body, otherwise see it's a body, right? We don't need to, because body is nothing but HTML content. Everything is inside the body. Now go to head only. You can able to just check each and everything. Script ID equal to something SRC. That's script. Script. Again, script link icons, relation icons, script link, script link, script. So many JavaScripts are link relation equal to style sheets, which is CSS. So everything will be in the same format only. Again, we have meta tag. We have separate session on meta tags, not an issue. Because that is with respect to different session for SEO. So I will tell you in the next session whenever time comes. Intavar clear kada. So now finally we have the last module for today, which I just want to wrap it up. This one, which is very important than anything in HTML. Now I have go to Amazon page. You have sign in page or sign up page. We need to fill our form. We have registration portal. Go on register. You are the student. You fill the form, right? Same form you have this here student portal so that you can fill the same details. Whatever you fill in the application, the same application form is here. This is input type text, input type text, input type text, input type radio button, which will be only one thing you need to select. Input type date, date time local. Local means UTC 5:30 IST Asia Kolkata. I will tell you that map. So, and again input type text, input type select options. This is data list. I will tell you. So this is select option. Only two options available. You cannot enter the and you cannot search it. Here I can enter it and search it. So this is the difference between select options and data list options. I will just tell you. And again here I have married or single only radio button. And we have check boxes. In examination, we have more than one option means we have check boxes, right? So that might be check boxes. This is button. Finally, we just want to create the same. Just create some forms.html. Forms1.html, okay? I will just create. So input type equal to text I want to enter. I'll just give some name as first name. Now just open this. Let's see what might happen. So what we need to add furthermore. Now let's see. I can't understand what is this? Why this box? I need to give it some name that we will call as label tag. Label, right? That label will be first name so that I can understand it's a first name, right? If I want to make it into the next line, I will break that line break br/self so that I can get into the next line. That's fine. Again, I want to tell the user to that enter what? Enter name, right? I want to tell the user till he enters something. That is placeholder. He enters, it might go. This is the text. Again, we have something like, again, I want to enter last name. It is the same. I'll just put name as last name. Again, I want to add mobile number. Right? We'll placeholder enter number. I will enter some number. Again, here we'll make it as select gender. So input type radio. So for that we'll give name like gender as a name so that it will attach. So there is no placeholder, it's a radio button. So we'll give as label here again male. Again we'll give another label and radio button so it might come into the same line so that we'll break this, remove this so that it will come side by side. So female. If I put gender and gender one, it might not match. You see, it is not matching. Okay, let first name go into the next step. We have male and female. It is not matching. If we give the same name, then only it might take as unique radio button. See, it might be deselected. We need to give the same name. Again, we have check boxes. Select courses. So now I will put in the next flag. Input type equal to checkbox. So since that is checkbox, it should have some label, okay? Angular, React. We can select more than one option. We can select more than one option in checkbox. Now I want to put input type equal to date time local, placeholder, select date, label, select DOP. Got it, right? Hmm? Got it. So now using DOP, you can select it. It will ask for it. Since it's daytime local means what is our local time UTC 5:30 because our earth is circle. So at some point sun is focusing on some point. So we are ahead or below behind or ahead of the time. So that is why America is 10:30 hours backward to us. Australia is 5:30 hours next to us. So then it's follow the universal time zone, it is UTC. Now we are ahead of UTC 5:30. So that is it will add UTC 5:30. That is why it's 11:23. If I minus 5:30 UTC, then it will become 0 UTC. Then it will be minus 5:30 from 11:23 AM. So that is what UTC local, which will be Asia Calcutta time, right? Arunachal Pradesh will sunrise at 4:30 only, but Gujarat will sunrise at 7:30 because of time zone. There might be time zone difference between 2 hours because India is broad like this from here to here. We have the same, right? But coastal area will be like this, east or west. Vindhya, like northern ranges, which will be Maharashtra and Karnataka, Ooty, everything will be in the same plane. On top again, we have Himalayas. So that is why it is having different, climatic conditions due to the time zones. So that is one. Finally, the next one is we need to select the options. Not section. Select. We have options. Opt group. Inside that we can create option. We can select APKA. Just put this here only because we are here. We need to respect them. So APKA, Assam, Bihar, let it be. If you want to select, we can select it. This is select options. Now again, we have input list equal to, we need to attach some list which is searchable list that we'll call as data list. So that I will give the same options, okay? We'll give some ID here, ID or name. So data list, we'll give the same. So then it might attach. See the attach, it's intelligent, it's an intelligent. So that it's very better because see, if I have 1,000, I can't search it. Now the same here, what I did here. So here, select district means I just populating each and every district in the whole country. Now I can't scroll till Nellore. I can't search it. For this, I have data list. Here courses I have only offline and online so that I can go with options. But data list is very important in our life. If you are having large list of data, even country codes, sometimes we search it, right? At that time, we can't scroll. Some website will have that, but some website will have entity. We just enter 9 months, it might populate up. That is what data list on this one. Finally, we have buttons to submit. We have button input type equal to button. If it is type equal button, we need to give the value as login or something. Otherwise, it will be empty. I will tell you. If it is input type equal to submit, that is also button. No need to give value. Just give value 1. It might get the same. Again, we have button tag also. Button login. We have these 3 ways. See, if I don't give any value here, it might not get anything because input type equal to button. If it input type equal to submit, it will automatically take submit as a value. Finally, using CSS, I can make it super. Like directly, I will do it so that you can just see that within 1 minute. I will say background color as 0001 BE, font, font family, sans serif, padding 0.5 rem, 0.8 rem, border radius 6 pixel. Now see you have some beautiful button which will be using the same kind of. I need to enhance it more. So we just need to apply CSS so that we can make it beautiful. But HTML is plain, black and white only. We need to apply CSS. This is how we need to. Again, we have this something like uh, input type equal to color to select the color. Input type equal to range to select the range. These are there. It's range like what is the range of your search? Like you want to buy the TV in between range to 6,000 to 10,000. You can select that range in Amazon, right? That is the range operator. This is color. If I want to change the whole HTML color to red, I can change it using this color selection. Some website will have this color selection. Might be because I already just check it, right? So if I just we can set it. So this color I just want to set it background color. I can set it. So for this, we have input type color also. We have input type range also. All this will comes under here. If I don't want, for example, here we have this is disabled. Button or input, it is disabled means we have a default like attributes. For example, this datetime local is disabled. Disabled, I will put true. If I remove that, it might not disable. See, just see here. This is disabled. Means if you're not entering correct, I will disable. If you're entering correct, I will not disable. So this is disabled. If it is required, for example, first name is required. I can put required equal to true or directly required. So it will ask whether it is required. Whenever you're submitting, right, it will ask for it required. But this form submission will have, we should surround it with form type. Otherwise, this form validation might not work. Now tell me what will happen. See, it is asking for its intelligence is working because of form tag only. If you put no validate here, it might not validate also. It is submitting. See, it's submitting. That is why it's loading everything undone. So remove no validate. So intelligent is required. Again, we'll put min length as 5. That is also validated. If you submit, input type equal to submit. If I enter something, if I enter 2, 3 digits, it say it's 5 characters. Again, if it is input type email, right? Again, it will ask for email. It should be valid at the rate. Everything will be validated. It's required. Min length, max length also you can mention. For range, again, we'll have min and max. Range, we have min value 30, max value 50. We can give that. Again, if it is read only, you don't need to mention anything. So where I use read only, I will tell you here. If I enter total fee amount 25,000 or 28,000, if you pay 2,000, so what is the due? I am automatically calculating that is read only. That I can put read only so that you can read it only because of some calculations it might populate. Read only required, disabled. So that we can disable for the buttons also. Disabled equal to true or whatever it may be. See, this is disabled, right? See, now this is autocomplete. Whatever you entered previously, that is autocomplete. You can enable or disable using auto complete equal to false. Okay, that might not suggest. So now these are the attributes. All these are attributes only you already know, which are in sky blue color, light color. These are attributes, these are HTML input tags. And type will differ if whatever the type it is. If you want to upload file, I can upload input type equal to file. So you must just see this. You can upload this, okay? So in file also again, I will make it as accept. What I can accept. Whether it is accepting .jpg only, I can mention. So only JPG you can get it. Now refresh. Only JPG you can able to visible. Otherwise nothing will be visible. If I put comma and mention that also, .pdf also, PDF might also be .docx. It might also comes. Here we go to downloads, PDFs also there. So whatever you accept, those only will comes. So that is about file you can upload. So this is what all about form tags. Just to practice. Tomorrow we'll come back with the same. I hope you are clear with the same topics. Just practice this.